Hi there, Jodie here on a nice rainy train platform in the UK. And I just wanted to do a little video about an uncomfortable truth about sales and marketing. And the uncomfortable truth is that most people are not interested in your product. That doesn't mean they won't buy it, but they're not interested in your product itself in the same way you are. They're not interested in the tools and the functionality in the same way you are. They haven't seen the 6 months it took the dev team to work on one particular feature. They didn't see the hours that you saw it go back through testing until it went through without error. They didn't see you sitting up at night trying to create a new help file for it or craft your emails about it. So they're not interested in something they just see as one of the buttons in your product. They just don't get as invested as you in your product because they're invested in their stuff, what they're getting on with, what their job is, what they're doing. In the same way, you're more interested in your product and your features than you are in the features of your email provider or your internet service provider or your electric company. They just don't have the same level of interest as you do in your stuff. What they have interest in is their stuff. So what are they doing? What will your product do to solve their problems? What will it do for them to help them with their daily tasks, whatever they are, whether it's work or personal products, whatever it might be. So the reason this is uncomfortable is because we like to think everyone loves it, and you will occasionally find people who you show them a feature and they get genuinely excited. They're kind of these top 10% people who are going to go, yes, I get that, I see why you've made it, I know it's for me, I love it. And those people can make you think, oh great, I'll tell other people the same feature. But loads of other people are not like that. If you've ever watched any property programs, you'll know there are some people who walk into an absolute wreck of a house and they go, I know exactly what to do with this. I'm going to do this, I'm going to knock this wall down, I'm going to extend here, I'm going to swap the kitchen and the dining room over, all these things. And other people walk in and go, no, can't see it, it's not for me, kitchen's in the wrong place, I can't see how I would do anything with that. Most people are the second, the people who need you to explain why they should have it, why it's right for them, and they will only pick what looks exactly right for them, not stuff they have to work on. Other people love a project, love a challenge, but if you only tailor for those people, you are only ever going to cream off like the top 10% of people within your market who can buy. So in order to reach everyone else, or at least the next 80%, the last 10% probably will never buy no matter what you do. But there's about 80% of people that will buy if you can show them why it's the right product for them. Not by explaining your tools and functions, but explaining what it does for them. What's the outcome? What does it make better in their life? Is it easier? Is it quicker? Is it cheaper than the competition? Does it do more? Does it have options they haven't even thought of? Is it a system that no one's even had before and it's going to solve a problem they didn't even realise could be solved? So you need to explain all that, and the reason that's difficult in sales and marketing is because it's less generic. Let's face it, it's much easier to send an email or do a pitch based on tools and functions that you know off by heart, upside down, inside out and backwards. You know this stuff. So it's easy to stand there and list the functions and tools and hope someone goes, oh, I get it. And those people will make you excited, you'll get that sale and you'll think, brilliant, I'm doing a great job. But the rest of the audience are going, I don't know what it's for though. I can see the functions are good. I can see they're okay. I don't know if the workflow works for me. I don't know if that's exactly what I would want. They might look at your example and it doesn't exactly fit them. Therefore, they're already alienated and thinking this isn't for them. So to target those people, you have to find out their problems or assume their problems, which is harder. If you're sending an email to a whole big email list, how do you make sure you tap into different people's problems that are all going to be varied, whether they're all in the same industry or not? If they're all schools, every school is different. Even if they're businesses you're selling to, businesses are different. So how do you tap into that in sales and marketing? And the fact is, it's just harder, but it's worth doing. It's worth trying to tap into how do I do a benefits-led pitch for the people in front of me. And if it's a whole room, what is the commonalities? What are the things you can touch on that kind of touch to everybody's possibilities? Something that's quicker, more efficient, that's cheaper, that compares to the competition, that's something brand new. And in email, you might have to succinctly try and put across to people Or you might have to do multiple emails. You might have to do one email about one thing, one about another, and hope they pick up eventually the one that's right for them. Or you try and do an email that covers all of them, which is hard. But it can be done depending on your product. But it's all about clever messaging, and it's all about thinking about what are those problems? What are the possible problems? What do your current customers tell you you've solved for them? Find out, if you're not asking them regularly, what is it that we've done that's different? And they won't list tools. They'll say how it made their life better or easier or cheaper or whatever it is. They will tell you that. They won't say, I love your tool that when you click it, it does this. Very rarely will people mention that to that detail that you would in a pitch, maybe, but they wouldn't. They're going to tell you how it made their life easier, how it made their workflow change, what it did for them, what it transformed within their industry, what it transformed for a learner in their school, what outcomes were better. That's what you'll hear about, and that's what you need to put across in sales and marketing. So that's the uncomfortable truth. People are not interested, mostly, in your product in the same way you are. They are interested in themselves and what they need to do. So tell them how your product helps their outcomes, not what your product physically does. Okay, hope that's helpful. Get in touch if you want any more advice on sales, marketing, anything within EdTech or other industries where I know it's a tricky time for people at the minute. People aren't reaching into their pockets as readily when they're worried about gas bills and electric bills and interest rates and everything else. So I realise it's a tricky time, which is why I'm trying to make another series of videos at the minute. So get in touch if there's any particular things you want me to talk about, and I'll try and cover all the bases. Anyway, have a great day. I'm off on, hopefully the rain's going to hold off for a bit, a little jaunt out today. So have a great day. Bye.